Good evening, everyone. It's Anika Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I am inspired to talk about this particular topic. So I'm taking just a break for this video from the Know Thyself series that I would like to continue with after this video. But today's video, I really have been spending the day contemplating this idea of informed consent. Informed consent. And anyone who works in healthcare is probably quite familiar with that term. And people who utilize healthcare are relatively familiar with that term too, because I know that for my own practice, I definitely send out letters of informed consent that clients have to actually sign before starting to work with myself. And this has happened for years, and it's all professions do this, healthcare professions for certain. But informed consent, I'm sorry for my computer beeping, and informed consent, maybe that was just to ring a bell for me to remind you that we're talking about informed consent. Today I came across this quotation while I was doing this contemplation, and I thought I would share it with you to begin this video. It says, I think we risk becoming the best informed society that has ever died of ignorance. I think we risk becoming the best informed society that has ever died of ignorance. And this is by Ruben Blades. And I believe this. I really think that so many people are getting so much information. Of course, we know that we can go online and find information for all sorts of things. And if I'm focusing on healthcare, we can talk about healthcare. That anything that I might even suspect that, what if I have this? I can read loads of information about it. Or I've got these symptoms and I can learn all sorts of things. And it's information. And of course, if we go to healthcare practitioners, we will sign informed consents. And those informed consents, we can literally look a little deeper as to why are we signing those consent forms and why do practitioners legally have to provide that too. And this is because it shows the pros and cons, the risks and benefits of the treatments that we choose to take on. And we sign at the bottom to show that we have read it and we understand it. And sometimes our practitioner will go through it with us and make sure that we understand. And usually, when we're intending to start with a new practitioner in healthcare, we're already halfway there that I really want to see if they'll tell me what to do. And rather than let me see what they have to say, just in general, let me see what they say, let me see what they think, let me think also about what they share with me. And so many people have been trained into, I just want a solution. So that's become our solution oriented society, that rather than contemplating and reflecting and see, is this right for me? It might be right for 100 people, but is this right for me? People don't do that because we just want a quick fix. And again, this is how we become the best informed society that ever died of ignorance. Now, you know that I work a lot with energy work. And in energy work, there is a huge difference between a person who has gone to a doctor and said, oh, yeah, he told me what to do, so I guess I'll have to do that. And that's one energy. And another person is, yeah, they had ideas of what to do, and I feel really good about doing this. I think this is good. I think this will help me. Very different energy, right? And that energy makes all the difference. That intention, that enthusiasm, that perhaps optimism, but it's the engagement in the work, not the you treat me energy and tell me what to do. And then when things go right, I'll thank myself for coming to you. And if things go not right, I'll blame you for not making me right. So that sort of idea, or making the wrong choice, or suggesting something that didn't work for me, that sort of idea, that it's very much of this blame and shame sort of idea. But ego comes into these things, and it's, I want to commend myself on what I do. I don't want to commend another for what they do. I might thank you incredibly if you help cure me from what I believed was an incurable illness, but it's my work in it too. So in that, that's a shared space of healing. A shared space of healing is where the practitioner and the patient, the client, are both participating together to combine that same enthusiastic energy for healing and then trusting in something magical that is unknown that helps this process because of these energies also helping. So I wanted to talk about that idea of informed consent, that many people also know that this is a legality. So as long as all the information is there and you've read it or signed it for a visit, you would need to sign. But if we think about pharmaceuticals, we are accepting a pharmaceutical from a pharmacy, and the pharmacist will hand us all of the pros and cons about any medication that we might be prescribed. And it's assumed that you're informed about the fact that it's got 50 things that are listed that perhaps that could do anything from nausea to lead to your death. So you know it. We've informed you, so you can't come across that, whether the pharmacist or the medical doctor or the pharmaceutical company, to say that, well, I didn't know this is possible, because they cover all of their bases of everything is covered in terms of you got the information. I want to think about inspired consent. So even if we get a medication which has so many side effects and we are inspired to take it, the benefit of whatever we take, and this could be a vitamin, a mineral, a supplement, anything, or a pharmaceutical medication, if we are inspired to participate with this, that this I feel is really going to be helpful for me, then those are the results that we see most likely. And so today I wanted to talk about that a little bit, because as healthcare practitioners, I believe that this is part of our responsibility too, is to help inspire those that we work with. And this is not limited to healthcare. So if we think about, aren't you inspired by a great teacher that speaks to you in a way that really understands you and says, I think if you look at this in this way, you might enjoy doing this. Those sorts of things that inspire us, that really link up with our own enthusiasm and joy for a particular direction. That is what is healing in so many different fields. And if we can recognize this, so even if you're a manager in any sort of company, if you can inspire the people that are working with you, that is connecting. That is a healing space for true creativity and productivity and excellence to shine from. So I am encouraging this for every profession. And of course, I guess, directing things a little bit stronger towards healthcare, just because it's the world that I work in most, but we all work in the world, period. And no matter where we are, if we can be inspired for our own actions, and if we can inspire others for their actions, looking at things from their eyes and their perspective and understanding and connecting at that level, we get amazing results. And today, I wish you that amazing feeling of those amazing results, either coming for yourself and your own life or for inspiring others around you. I am all for that, and I know that this will help both heart and brain health. So today I encourage you to look at inspiring rather than informing. And I wish you a fantastic evening ahead. I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great night, everyone.